Let's talk about the Kardashians really quick. All right, listen. The Kardashians, everyone's favorite silicone celebrities. They're back at it. Now, I never really knew that much about the Kardashians, but they're interesting characters. They went from literal nobodies with one of their parents who was a cyclist. Is that right? Their trans mom now was like a professional athlete. Is that correct? Didn't they kill somebody? Didn't she kill somebody in like her car? Track, stepmom, car accident. Yeah, a little bit of we commit a little bit of vehicular manslaughter. The Kardashians can have a little bit of vehicular manslaughter as a treat, and they just kind of got away with it. Quite a strange. It was Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, quite a strange series of events that happened there. The original Kardashian had OJ's lawyer. It all comes back around, doesn't it? Now, listen, I don't talk about these guys very often. They don't seem very interesting to me. I never knew that much about them. To be fair, it wasn't her fault. I don't think it was her fault. Well, I mean, we'll figure it out, right? Chewbacca defense, a little bit of Chewbacca defense. I'm just saying they have a speckled history, okay? We'll get into that. Now, I never cared much about the Kardashians, but they became like a household name for like beauty standards and the idea of just like the rich and powerful celebrity family. They are household names in the country and across the world for who they are, which is their TV show, leaked sex tapes, dating other famous people, and having a show about their about them being rich and famous. Just the lifestyle of rich and famous. They're the textbook example of the American rich ass celebrities that everybody knows, but nobody really knows what they do besides just being rich. That's kind of just like their thing. It's kind of like Donald Trump, whose entire brand was just like, I'm rich, which I mean, I don't know. It worked out for them a bit, right? Their brand is having money and being women. Yeah, I think that's kind of like literally their brand, having money, being women, and becoming like the textbook beauty standard of silicone Barbies from Silicon Valley. It's interesting stuff. Yeah, they spearheaded the sort of like pretty rich influencer wave. Watch me roll around in my $300 pink car and drink my $40 coffee while I get followed around by cameras and I have like interpersonal issues with my family and other rich people. Interesting stuff. But we're not going to be talking about that necessarily today. I want to be talking a little bit about what they said, because they were interviewed a couple 2 days ago at the moment by Variety, where they were given some advice. All right. They may be rich, they may be famous, but they're comrades as well. If you didn't know, comrade Kardashian, how do I make it rich like you? People are asking, the people are wondering, how do you get so rich? How do you get all this money? How do I pull myself into the big leagues? Okay, because they're already there. So what advice can we get from the Kardashians, right? What can we get from the Kardashians? And so they have a couple of ideas for your average person on how to make it rich. All right, how to make it, because they're there. Let's ask how let's ask them, how do we get there ourselves? Interesting, is it not? Let's hear about it.
My advice for women in business is you just have to do what you're actually passionate about, because if you don't have passion in it, it's not easy, regardless of how it looks. And I think people see things.
Wait, please, can someone help me? Who the fuck are you? Who the hell is this? Who's this? Does anybody, who is this woman? This is Chloe. Why are they in kinky gear? They are all kind of dressed in dominatrix gear.
If you don't have passion in it, it's not easy.
So like, this is the one that I was worried about. I don't know who this is. When I was here earlier and I was like, are those her tits? That's what I meant, because I was like, what the hell am I looking at? She's wearing an undershirt. So are those her nipples? She's wearing an undershirt. So no, the dress just makes it look like she has nipples, but she actually has an undershirt on. Please don't ban me.
Regardless of how it looks. And I think people see things with instant gratification because of social media that they think it just comes easy to people. It doesn't, especially if you want something long term.
I have the best advice for women in business.
All right. I got any women in chat? Listen, women, lend me your ears. This is Kim Kardashian, right? She's just like Cortana from Halo 1. Women, lend me your ears, okay? She has some advice for you. And you need to listen up.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
You heard it here first. All right. The Kardashians, they know what's up. They know how to work these days. Listen, they know these days nobody likes to work. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. These freaking entitled, loser, greedy, do nothing, normal ass people they don't want to work. They're all like, oh, I can't afford my medical bills. Oh, I can't afford my car payments. Oh, I can't afford student loans. Pull yourself up by your bra strap, bitch, and work. I just think this is incredible coming from Comrade Kim, and the rest of the proletariat Kardashians here, who all they do is work. Honestly, just 24. Truly. Like, the Kardashians don't know anything about nepotism. They don't even know what that word means. Honestly, everything they have is them being, they built it themselves. Yeah, working. We all love our working class bourgeois queens. No, but just work. It's wild to me, right?
Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
If you're the smartest person in that room, you got to go to another room. Like, you don't, I want to be around really successful people because that's going to drive me to be successful.
If you're the smartest person in the room, find like another room. I can see that. No, we were through this. It is not her nipple. She is wearing an undershirt. She's wearing an undershirt, and the shirt makes it look like she's wearing a nude shirt, and that means it's the same skin tone. You can see her like sleeves. Here, wait, what? You can see her sleeves, like right here. She's wearing a nude shirt. So yes, can you guys tell me what you guys think? All right, is this a useful advice from Comrade Kardashians? What do you all think? Listen, my servants, they love to work. They love what they do. She's a comedian. Yeah, I didn't know the Kardashians were actually. I didn't know the Kardashians were actually comedians. That's the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Let me tell you something. None of us are usually. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're the smartest person in the room, go to another room. I would know because I'm never in rooms where I'm the smartest person. Wait, but okay, listen. Wish it worked for me, but I'm a dude. How sad. Saddest shit I've heard in my entire life. Except for me, of course. It's really dumb advice, though. There's a little bit of good advice in there, but I want to talk about something else really quick, okay? Listen, this is just not something that we need to hear from people whose careers have been built by nepotism and just being rich. Like, their brand is being like rich and pretty. That's what it is. All right. And no hate. All right. I don't care. I don't want to be like the Kardashians. All right. All right. I didn't have to get injections to get such beautiful, luscious lips like these. All right. I was just born with it. I was born beautiful. What can I say? Many women. All right. I tell this to guys all the time. Makeup was made for men. Specifically, women had to appropriate makeup just so they can attempt to look as beautiful as us. Women always complain about how we have such beautiful eyebrows, such beautiful eyelashes, such beautiful luscious lips, okay? Without any, yeah, and heels too, all right? And wigs, all right? It was all made for us. They had to appropriate it just so they can attempt to look as good as us. Don't let women tell you that you're not beautiful, king, because you are, naturally. It's very sad. They're very upset by how little makes us happy. My beard is perfect. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Skirts are ours. We're beautiful naturally, all right? I didn't have to get injections to get lips like this, but they need some injection. They need an injection of reality. All right, they need an injection of reality. Listen, people do work. They work very hard today. If you didn't know, there's a huge subsection, actually, not only of people who work, but who are called the working poor. Ever heard about that? It sounds like an oxymoron. If you're working, you shouldn't really be poor. Why are you poor and working at the same time? What does that mean? How you work a full-time job and you're still poor? It's wild how that works out, right? It's almost like just working hard doesn't get you where you need to be. There's so many people who like work hard for a better life and for their family members, and they put in hours and hours and hours. Some of you all are from families like that. I know specifically my dad didn't see his dad very often. You know what he saw of his dad? Basically, because he worked so much. You know what he saw of his dad? The money that he left on the table to make sure that they could eat that day. And then he was out working again. He like woke up and fell asleep. Some days went by without him seeing his dad. Not because his dad didn't care, because his dad cared so much that he spent his time working to make sure that they can stay in their home, to make sure that they can keep eating, right? And that's a lot, and that's the lives that lots of people live. And it's terrible, but I'm sorry, not everybody is blessed enough to be born to a family whose entire existence and celebrity status is just being like rich, pretty women. All right. I'm not going to comment on their appearance because we don't comment on women's appearances here. This is back in the 50s, 60s. This is back in the 70s. Like, this is back in these like 70s, something like that. Maybe be born harder, Shark. Yeah. Maybe be born. Have you ever thought about being born any richer? We all know because of the sex tape. That's true. I wish I could have just had all this money and be like coasting easy just by getting my back blown out on a video. Damn. It's really sad. It's really sad. The only problem is I do that, but I get like way lower views, but I blow out other people's backs in the marketplace of ideas. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate how it works out. Life isn't always easy for everyone. Anyways, when I say life isn't easy for everyone, all right, I mean a lot of the Kardashians employees, life isn't that hard. OnlyFins, yeah, it's finally time. Yeah, this is where I'm going to be announcing the opening up of OnlyFins. It's going to be my OnlyFans account, OnlyFins. Where you guys can finally support me so I can finally work hard. All right. We're going to make sure that we finally reach the Kardashian statuses. All right. So I can find them on the red carpet one day, just so I can call them stinky. All right. There's going to be, if you guys get me big enough, we're going to be able to get big enough to be able to get on the red carpet, and I can call Kim Kardashian stinky to her face. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Listen. Here's one of Kim Kardashian's employees. I think if you grew up in Beverly Hills with a super successful parent and what was simply a smaller mansion, nobody needs to hear your thoughts on success and work ethic. This same 24 hours in a day shit is a nightmare. 99.9% of the world grew up with a very different 24 hours. That's true. Everybody, we all have the same 24 hours. We all can make this. We can all do the same in 24 hours. No, you can't. No, we can't. I'm sorry. Some people need to spend some of that 24 hours picking their kids up from work. They need to picking their kids up from school after work, cooking for their family. That's not something that the Kardashians had to do ever. All right. Here's the thing. You know what's wild about this country and around the world? The poorer you are, the more expensive life is. It's wild. The more expensive life gets, the more you have to pay. A lot of the time, the richer you are, the more things you get for free. It's wild how that works, isn't it? Never worked a day in their life. The thing is, they got rich enough that they can pay people to do their work. Only if I had someone else to work if only I had somebody else to work my 24 hours for me. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? And I mean, it's just interesting coming from someone who's currently being sued over an alleged crypto scam, an alleged crypto rug pull. Dude, get up and work your 24 hours. See, I was able to take the money that other people made from 24 hours and just yoink it from them. That good old fashioned celebrity crypto rug pull. You gotta love it. And this, allegedly this happened. They said that if it did happen, it was from a third party and it wasn't them. Hey, listen, that's what you call work ethic. I employ people who are working 24/7, all right, to make sure that I get the best rug pulls out there. Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather are being sued over allegations that they misled investors when promoting little-known cryptocurrencies called Ethereum Max to their millions of social media followers. A class action lawsuit filed Friday in the U.S. District Court U.S. District Court for the Central District of California accuses Ethereum Max, its celebrity promoters of working together to artificially inflate the price of the token by making false and misleading statements. Kardashian caused a stir last year when she made an Instagram post promoting Ethereum Max token. Are you guys into crypto? She wrote. This is not financial advice. I love it. Are you guys into crypto? Would you guys like to make billions and trillions of dollars? Would you like to be rich like me? Would you like to use your 24 hours like I do? Anyways, give all your money to this. It's going to be super sick. Whoops, all your money's gone. Hey, listen, we all have the same 24 hours, okay? Grind hard. Pull yourself up by your pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because when I pull this rug from under your feet, I want you at least to have a little bit of protection, okay? You mean they're grifters? Kardashian added the hashtag ad suggesting she was paid for promote it. It's not clear how much she was paid for Ethereum Max. The estimates place her around 500,000 to $1 million. Like Zoink Scoob. Ooh, $1 million for that. How nice. Oh yeah. Also, when I remember how she got sued by former staffers for claims that she denied them overtime, didn't pay them overtime wages, withheld their wages, not giving them meal breaks. Put yourself around people who work. You know, people who are perfectly fine not getting paid their overtime wages or getting meal breaks or bathroom breaks. You gotta love it. According to a 6-page lawsuit filed in Los Angeles on Monday, members of the reality star's gardening and maintenance staff who worked on her $60 million Hills mansion are accusing her of being late with payments, withholding 10% of their wages for taxes, but then failing to give that money to the government, denying them overtime, and occasionally forcing them to work through meal breaks. Listen, she's just putting herself around people who like to work. They love working. They're like Oompa Loompas, okay? They love not having meal breaks. They're fine. They could like eat the grass that they were cutting in my $60 million mansion. This is ridiculous. This is just like ridiculous, all right? Comrade Kardashian, you are not being helpful to the working class. Surprising, I know. Multi-millionaire celebrity, disconnected from the working class, person who never had to really work a day in their life, doesn't know what it's like for a poor person who has to work every day of their life. Weird how that works out, isn't it? It's sad. Imagine taking financial advice from people 6 tax brackets above you. Hey, listen, all right? If someone offers to give you $10 million, deny and say, tell me how to make $10 million, all right? Because that's the real shit that's going on. That's how you really make money, partner. I'm on my grind set hours. Here's a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Yeah, you can just be like them. All you need to do is work hard enough. It's not true. And honestly, it's bamboozling people into believing that they can fix their solution with just a couple of nice like financial moves, that they're just a couple of financial moves away, that they're just like a little bit of grinding away. Listen, there are lots of people who grind. They grind themselves into dust, trying hard to pull themselves out of the poverty that the system that these people uphold and who benefit from help to maintain. With their mom saying that she wants to run for the conservative governorship, talking about how like, all we need to do is just work harder, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, as they spend their time in their multi-million-dollar mansions, as the people who work for them are being denied their wages. How much did that work for them? The people who got their wages taken from them. 10% of their wages taken from them for doing literally nothing wrong. Huh, weird. Majority of grind sets are awful. They're awful. They're dangerous for your own mental well-being and physical well-being as well. It just doesn't work out. Working hard is important, but working hard is not just something that is not some instant key to get you to being a part of getting you a life of the rich and famous. It's just not. You got to be pretty lucky and pretty connected. And for a lot of people, that luck doesn't work out. And the doors being closed on a lot of people the further we go on in the late stage of the capitalist society that we have. I'm sorry, hard work doesn't just get you places. It doesn't. Unless you're willing to say, we have a social mobility in this country of what, 30%? That means 30% of people who are born in like a low class status make it to middle class. Are you going to sit here and tell me that 70% of those people born in low classes don't know how to work, that they don't work hard? Really? With the multiple hours that they put in, with the multiple jobs that they have, they're not working hard? Really? I'd love for them to go tell those people that they're not working hard. Wild. Comrade Kardashian.